Hello. Come on in and join us. Come on in and join us. Welcome to BTA. For those of you that are new to the show, welcome to our Me and My Best Friend show, BTA. So come on in and join us. Come on in and join us. We'll wait for a few of you all to join. And we have a special guest. I am, of course, always coming to the stage, trying to get set up so that I can correspond with you all. So I hope you all had a great week. If you had a great week, do me a favor, comment in the comments, great week. Comment below, great week for me. Comment great week for me if you had a great week. And of course, as always, Chantel is late, but it is okay. Hey, Daly. Hey, we see you, brother. Comment for me if you can. And of course, Chantel is always late. But nevertheless, if you had a great week, go ahead and put great. I had a phenomenal week. I have absolutely no complaints, none at all. What about yourself? How are you guys feeling today? Any complaints? Any good things happen that you want BTA to know about? Any good things that you want us to know about? If you do, please go ahead and comment below. So we have a special guest. Chantel is making her way. She is making her way. So check this out. Let me tell you guys what happened. So, you know my daughter's doing homeschooling, right? So you finally.
Hi, greetings.
Scoot your tail. Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
And so, you know my daughter's doing homeschooling, so we're low key like dropouts. You know, because we drop out like once a week. So Friday we officially dropped out. Like I'm done with it. I'm not doing any more homeschooling. I'm tired of reports. I'm tired of like they even have us doing PE. Like literally the child have to record themselves doing some type of physical activity. Now this is my daughter's school. Of course, I'm not gonna tell y'all what school she goes to because I don't need y'all like hounding, trying to kidnap her, whatever case it be. But yes, so it is. So now she has to do all this PE stuff, and then art, and on top of core classes, it's a lot to be an essential worker and a stay-at-home. What is it? School teacher.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Science and mathematics.
And
How was your week? So I had a great week. I adopted a senior this week.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we adopted a senior this week. Tell them about that.
So there is this page on Facebook that a woman created. She has a child that is currently a senior, and due to COVID-19, her child was not able to participate in all of the senior activities due to them being canceled. So she wanted to create a page that allowed for strangers, literally all across the world, to adopt a senior. You can send them things, you can talk to them, via Zoom,
Right.
Over the phone, FaceTime, whatever the parent is comfortable with. And I don't have any children, so I call him my son's son. His name is Reginald. And his mom, she just cried, y'all. When I told her I wanted to adopt her son, she just cried. She was just, every time we talked, she was just crying. And
Wow.
I was definitely, I was grateful to be able to bless her son in that moment, and of course continuing. So we are looking forward to talking, every week and things like that. So that was to me the highlight of my week, being able to bless someone else. So I'm looking forward to the journey with not just him, but his mom, because to me, if I'm adopting him now, I plan to see it all the way through him.
Yeah.
Finishing college.
Absolutely. And I think that's important. Keeping your word, I think that is absolutely important. So nevertheless, I am Sharice Nicole.
And I am Coco Chantel.
And welcome to BTA Besties Tell All. So you guys did not come on here to see us at all. You guys never really come to see us, but we have a special guest.
We do. You wanna?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, some of you know that I like to sing, right? Like, you know, yeah, I like to sing. So, you know, a few weeks ago we had national recording artist Meacham Clark on here. And, you know, I sing with him. So you guys know that I like music. You all know that she loves music. She loves, especially old school music.
Yes.
So we love music. So anytime we can connect with someone that has any type of musical ability or musical talent, we are on board for it. So this young lady, she was privileged to she was privileged to be a part of The Voice.
NBC The Voice.
Right, yes. NBC The Voice.
If you don't know what it is, it's kind of almost like it is just like American Idol, but it's NBC. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she started her journey there.
Yes.
And she made it. She made the cut. Like, she made it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those who, you know, have dreams and aspire to be singers and things like that, or even if you know someone who aspires to be a singer or songwriter or anything like that, get them in. Like, get them on this live right now.
Because she can give you some valuable information.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So she was able to make it through, you know, and I'm sure that was absolutely encouraging to all, especially her family, her friends, you know, those who, you know, journeyed with her. And then we were able to connect with her by way of our brother and friend Daily.
Yes.
Him and his fiance were on the show a few weeks ago. So we are absolutely grateful for the connection that he allowed for us to have in Shalyah. Fury.
Yes, Shalyah Fury. So welcome to the stage, Miss Shalyah Fury.
Hey guys. Oh my God, you guys look lovely. Y'all look so nice.
Thank you so much.
We on the cheetah game. We on the cheetah game. We did not plan this. It just happened.
It wasn't even planned.
It wasn't even planned.
It wasn't. So welcome. We are so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh no, like seriously, we truly are. So over the past week and a half, I've done nothing but watch episodes of The Voice with you on it.
Oh God.
Jennifer Hudson, and I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
We had a karaoke with our church, and for those of you that don't know, we are members of St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church. Bishop John Dunn is our bishop. We love him. We don't have a church home, come and join us. But I sung that song for karaoke.
Oh my gosh.
I did every karaoke. I sang that song.
Hey girl, that song right there put Jennifer on the map. That was.
It did. It really did. And some would say she sung it better than Jennifer Holiday, but I.e. me.
But
we are gonna disrespect the legend now. And we also have to give credit to the first legend, Jennifer Holiday. She's the OG singer of that song. And so honestly, I think all three of us did a really wonderful job. I was just honored to be able to sing that song on NBC's The Voice. It was my dream to do that, so it was fun.
And she didn't sound as good as you, so.
But in a perfect world, I can. So
I believe you sounded fine.
in my shower, I'm the bomb.
You know what? The showers though, those really.
The deceptive, isn't it? It really is. Yeah, it makes it sound real good. But nevertheless, we'll jump right into it. So can you tell our audience that's viewing, who are you?
Okay, my name is Shalyah Journey.
Yes.
I was born in Springfield, Massachusetts, but I grew up in Hudson, Florida with my family. I have 7 siblings. My mom, my dad. My mom's side is Barbados. My dad's side is Jamaica. So I'm a Caribbean gal. You know what that is. And I'm 20 years old now, and I'm currently attending Berklee College of Music in my fourth semester. Upcoming is my fourth semester. And yeah, that's my background, my upbringing is Jamaican, Barbados, you know, Caribbean, Springfield, Massachusetts. Yeah. You already know how we get down in the kitchen.
My kind of eating. So there's a story behind your Berkeley, the whole admission to Berkeley and you starting at that college. Tell us about that because it's an amazing story.
Yes, Berkeley has always been a school that I wanted to attend. I knew I wanted to attend this school very young. I was 14, 15. It was just before I got on The Voice. And I was like, hey, I want to go and learn at Berklee College of Music. The audition process was very nerve-wracking. I had to come to Boston, and I came with my grandmother, and she was there with me. God, we had the best time here in Boston because I had this is just me learning about the city life and seeing all the tall buildings and the cars literally honking at each other every 5 seconds.
Right.
But it was a really great experience. I had the opportunity to enter the Berkeley building and perform for 2 professors in one of the biggest classrooms they had there by myself. And I had to sing a couple songs and accompany myself on piano. And there were 2 professors just sitting at the table and then just a space for me to sing. And they were both quiet and they were like, go ahead, perform. And then that's when I got really nervous. Oh my gosh, this is happening. This is my audition to get into Berkeley. I'm gonna freak out. So I started singing and then they said, okay, now accompany yourself on the piano. So I had to play and sing. And then I had to read some sheet music and I had to do all that in one audition. And yeah, it was a lot. And they're really good at not showing whether or not you did a good job. They were just straight faced the whole time. I was like, did y'all like it? No.
How you're feeling about anything that I'm doing. So that poker face, cut it.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this in God's hands. So I just sent my nerves up to him and walked out the room. And I was happy to see the email come through just a month later that said you were accepted into Berkeley. And I was in the living room, I think, and we were all watching TV, my family and I, and we just started jumping up and down. We're like, oh my God, yay. We're so excited. So excited. Now I'm happy to say that I'm in the Yeah.
You had to wait a whole month to find out.
Sometimes it's longer. And it's mostly because they have a lot of students who've auditioned, so they have to go through the entire process of who's accepted, who isn't. And so I think the good part for that is the suspense. I mean, because it was killing me. Yeah. But that just brought me closer to God.
Yeah.
That brought me closer to God because I kept praying on it. I was like, Lord, what's happening? But he came through. He pulled through. Yeah. That's one thing I can say about God. He always pulls through. And so now I'm in my 3rd semester right now, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm majoring in songwriting and a minor in music business. And those classes so far have been super fun, but they're going to be even better because I'm only my 3rd semester. So, I've got a ways to go. But so far, I've been loving the journey. I'm living by myself right now, trying to get into the adulthood a little bit. But, I still got my mom on the line when I need her. Yeah.
So the question that everyone wants to know with you being here on the live is how The Voice came about. How did you decide that you were going to go on The Voice? Take us back to that moment, like first finding out that you were going to be on The Voice and then once you arrived.
Okay. Now that's a long journey. That's a long journey, but I'm all for it because it was nothing but God through this entire journey. I always loved the idea of The Voice, mainly because nobody could see what you look like. They couldn't judge you based off your looks, your style, your hair, what you're wearing. It was just your voice. That's it. So that's all they could hear. And they would turn when they were like, oh, I like this, you know? And so I was like, Mom, I would sit in the living room and I watch with my mom. I'm like, Mom, this show is amazing. I want to go on this show. I want to go on this show. And she was like, okay, you know, go online and go see what the open calls are. So I went online and I was sad because it said you had to be 15 and up in order to audition for the show. And at the time, I was only 12. So I was like, okay, bet. So I'll just wait. So what I did was I waited, and every birthday I would wait, and every birthday I would wait. And not only wait, but I would prepare myself. You know, I would practice. My mom always gave me vocal lessons. I'm not sure if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear that in the video? You can?
The thing,
Sure.
yeah.
I'm not sure. Let's see if I can turn it off. The devil is a liar, but he ain't gonna have our interview today. We're gonna have a good interview.
The devil. Yeah.
We're gonna say that now. Okay, so I turn it off. Let's see if that works. And so yes, I waited, and then just at the age of 15, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm 15, you know the deal, let's go. So we went to the nearest open call that we could because, you know, that was easier for us. We went to Atlanta, Georgia, and we went to this big, I think, auditorium building. And I want to say the line like wrapped around the building at least twice. And I was like, Mom, this is a long line. I mean, we got up at what, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning just to get in the line. And I don't think I sang until, I want to say 2, 3 p.m. in the day. It was very late when I sang, very late. And at that point, you get real nervous just walking up the line because you're like, they must have heard everybody at this point. You know, who's gonna listen to another 15-year-old probably singing the same song that they heard 30 billion times? You know what I'm saying? So I just would like try to figure out, maybe I'll sing a different song, or then I was like, no, I'm just gonna keep the song. And I got there and I auditioned and I made it through that round. And all I could do was scream and all I could do was shout because I was like, oh my goodness, the Lord is really on my side because they heard so many people, yet they put me through, you know? What people don't know about The Voice is that there is a longer process than just having your face on the show. You know, you have to go through a lot of different audition processes. And what I'm going to tell anyone who's watching this right now, please don't give up. Because The Voice is not a process where you just audition and you get through. Because I auditioned and I didn't get through the first time. I actually auditioned twice. So, yes, I auditioned twice. The first time I was crying in the back seat. I said, Mom, I can't do this. I'm a failure. I want to say thank you to my mother because she would just sit back there. She wouldn't even pay me no attention. She just being a drama. You already know Shalyah being a drama. Shalyah, you'll be fine. Go back and try again. And that's exactly what I did. And I made it into the show. I want to say over 40,000 people auditioned for the show, not just in my area, but in general for open calls. And I was chosen along with some other great singers to participate. And I made it to the top 8 semifinals. And I can't thank God and my family enough for even getting that far. It was an enjoyable experience. I got to meet Christina Aguilera, Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle. Y'all already know. I got to try her Patti LaBelle pie in front of her, and you know she was looking for some good feedback, some good feedback.
I hope you acted it out like the guy that tried it. I mean, you should have gave it to her.
We all had to do it. It was super fun. We all had to do like the video that the guy did where he like ate it and he was singing. But that was an act. That was natural because it was so good.
Right.
It was so good.
You have to put it in the oven. No, you just can't eat it as soon as you get it. But if you put it in the oven for about 30 minutes, you in there.
You already know. That's what my mom used to put it in the oven about 30 minutes. You already know. And Patty LaBelle, she would sit there, because she already knew.
I already knew it was the bomb.
Yes, she's like, I already know y'all gonna like it. I just like to see the reactions.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But,
that's good stuff. So at this point, having been a semifinalist on The Voice, would you audition again?
I like to believe that God puts you through specific areas in your life as an experience for you to grow in your journey in life. And so I wouldn't do that over again simply because I wouldn't get the same outcome that I did when I did it before. So I wouldn't do it over again, but I do love the experiences and memories that I made. I made some of my best friends on that show, and this is about best friends. And I have some very wonderful friends. Daly is one of them. Daly and I are best friends. And yeah. So I wouldn't do it again, but I would definitely share my experience for someone who would want to, because I definitely would want other people to audition for the show and have a good experience.
Absolutely. So what would you say was probably the most difficult thing you experienced during your journey on The Voice?
I want to say the most difficult thing was just juggling my homework and school with the show. That was really, really hard. It was super hard because, I would meet Adam one day and we would be in the studio and we would practice. And then my teacher would come and pull me inside and say, okay, now you need to come do this math test because you can't do that. And I'd be like, but I was just with Adam. I'm having fun in LA. And they're like, no, you still need to get your education in there. And of course you need to. But when you're a kid at 15 years old, you're like, I just want to sing with Adam, So I want to say that juggling school and The Voice was definitely challenging for me. And there were other kids on the show who had to do it as well. But that was super challenging, very challenging. But besides that, it was.
Did you maintain good grades?
Of course. I definitely maintained good grades because I believe education is key to a better life. And so I made sure that I knew what I was doing, which was get good grades. And my mom was there by my side saying, you need to get a good grade.
Shout out to your support system.
Right? Shout out to my team. It's my team. They are team goals. My mom is in here watching right now. I don't even have to check. I just know she's here. I don't even have to check. I just know she's here.
That's right, Mom. That is absolutely right.
Thank you, Mommy.
So, and I think your auntie's watching. She says, go ahead, niece, Teresa Williams.
Thank you, Auntie. See, my whole family is my support system, and we definitely need family right now. So thank you.
That are watching, please make sure you go out and like her page and follow her.
Thank you.
Facebook, Instagram. You have a Snapchat. Most everybody have a Snapchat.
You already know how to. I definitely have Snapchat.
Make sure you go out there and follow her. I have enjoyed following her journey over this last week.
So much.
And just going through her Instagram, it is hilarious. She has some great covers on her Instagram.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
And I come there, so
call me, guys.
Yes. For those of you that love music
a little bit.
So I don't want to be the person that goes through and like and heart all the pictures. He's like, who is this person?
Nah, girl, I enjoy the shout outs. I enjoy them. Okay. We do a cover one day on my page. See how that goes. We can do a cover.
I think, how has life been after, how have you adjusted to life after The Voice?
I want to say life is great after The Voice. Life is great after The Voice. It's wonderful. I want to give a big shout out to my fans because they are die hard and they are, yes, guys are there for me. And a lot of the events that I had were through a fan, which is amazing. I did the Orange Bowl. That was one of the first events that I did after The Voice. I did the Orange Bowl, and it was huge. I mean, the stadium was full, circling around me, and I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. But it was wonderful. I got to sit up in the VIP to watch the game. So I met Nick Jonas. Okay. I met the manager of Republic Records, which is a record label. Yes, I met him as well. I met, I want to say DNCE, and I met a lot of wonderful artists and actors. And that was amazing because I got to be in the same room with them and take pictures and photos and kind of just thank God for the fact that I was even able to do that at such a young age. I was only, 16, 17 at the time. I have sang for the Boston Celtics national anthem. I want to say the last time I did it was the 4th time I did it. So I have done it 4 times now. I sang for the Red Sox, and I sang for the USA women's national soccer team, undefeated. Undefeated. You guys know us females. They're undefeated. I got to sing the national anthem for them. And I also got to sing at this private event that the Celtics would hold. It's called New Hope for Kids here in Boston. And basically it's an event that they hold to support dreams of kids here in Boston. And that is beautiful. So I got to perform at a gala there. And I also got to perform for the mascot games in Orlando, which was actually super exciting. They had the mascots for Miami Heat, Celtics. Okay, they had the Florida Gators there. You know, it was super, super fun. I want to say.
So I'm familiar with that. So that's
and the events they go on. I'm here at Berkeley now, so I have events on top of my work, which I'm fine with because I believe hard work comes with the best results. So I'm working hard, and I'm excited to say that life's been great, and I love my fans. I love my support team, and it's just wonderful. I'm 20 years old now and still growing and still learning and experiencing. But it's all good. It's all good.
Absolutely. So I heard you say earlier that with your audition with Berkeley that you sang and you played the piano,
Mm-hmm.
right? What other hidden talents do you have?
Okay. So I do love to write. I love to write. When I was younger, I wrote a children's book called Tall Paul. And my mom and I, we're going to work on getting it published because it's a good book. All right. I think the kids will love it. So I love to write. And I love to draw. I love to draw anime characters because a little known fact about me is that I love anime. I love to watch anime. The reason why I know some Japanese is because of anime. Dr. Shalyah. I love anime. That means I love anime. But yes, so I love to draw. I love to write. I love to read. I can cook, but I want to thank my Bajan mother for that and my Jamaican father. That is why I can cook. But yeah, those are some hidden talents that I have. I also want to say,
like a Renaissance type of person, like art.
Yes.
Music. Yeah. The anime threw me off though. The anime, I wouldn't take you for an anime girl though.
You wouldn't take me for it, or you would?
No, because when I was in college, the anime girls were like, they wore the very colorful.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Is that? But you know what? The anime, like the head over heels anime fans, I like to say, are very low key with it. They're very low key with it, and that's me. I'm low key. But if someone talks about Naruto or Sword Art Online, I'm gonna be like, "Did you watch the second episode? Because they just came up with the 4th season." So yeah, I love anime.
You're a bookworm.
I am a bookworm. Not even gonna lie.
So what are you reading?
Okay, right now I'm reading a book called Evermore, but I've read this book like 3 different times already, but I love this book. It's by Alison Noel. check that out because she's an amazing author. But I also read The Fault in Our Stars. That book, I'm telling you right now, the reason why movies and shows are so amazing is because the stories that books tell. So before you guys judge books, because there are a lot of people out there who would rather watch the movie than read the book, just know that there's more detail in a book than there is in a movie, in our movie. And I realized that at a young age. I used to read Nancy Drew. My mom used to buy me Nancy Drew because that was a book she used to read.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mystery, all for it. Just leave the light on at night sometimes because I'd be getting nervous. But I used to read Nancy Drew, Harry Potter. I would read.
I never read the Harry Potter.
Really?
But I watched it. I didn't read the book, but I watched it.
A lot of people watch Harry Potter, and the reason why, again, the show is so amazing, or the movies are so amazing, is because of the books. I did not read all of them yet because there are actually so many Harry Potter books. But the ones that I have read were like this big. So definitely, I'm a bookworm. I love to read. Catch me in a book in another world. So far here at Berkeley, though, I've just been reading more music-based books than anything, and that's fine with me because I love music and that's why I'm here. But every now and then I like to open up a fictional book and kind of just get in my own world, kind of forget the world I'm living in now and just live in my own. But I love books. What about you guys?
Well, I'm a bookworm, but I read more motivational books. We just
That's good.
A best friend journal.
Oh wow.
Daily devotion. So we're in the process of, we're gonna get it all together and in the process of getting that published. But we just wrote a devotional. We did. It's a 30-day devotion. Most of the books I read though are like, so I'm trying to find a balance between like
the Bible,
and just like I'm a low-key preacher.
Yeah.
Like low-key, I love the Lord, so I'm always reading something that is tied into what God is doing.
Right.
A book that I did read, that I did enjoy, I did read 50 Shades.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ladies, I have to say that I haven't read that book because, you know, personally, I was mad young when the movie came out. So my mom was like, 50 Shades, you ain't watching that, right? I was mad young when that movie came out, so I had never read the book, but I'm pretty sure it's great because 50 Shades of Grey was like the best movie in the US for a long time, for a while.
Yes, it was. So I am reading The 1 Minute Manager. I got a promotion at my job, so I'm in management at
Congratulations.
My hospital. Thank you. That I work for, and my boss, she gave me the book to read. She's like, hey, I think this would be a good read for you. So if she thought it was a good read, I took it right from her.
That's great. I think I'm going to take note of all these books because I am a bookworm and I'm going to read them. So thank you for telling me that.
Like, don't 50 Shades, you know, you don't have to read that right.
I probably won't read. I probably won't read it. I probably won't. But I did read Twilight. Twilight was good.
No, I only read the first book of Twilight, and I only read the first book after I saw the movie, and they said
Twilight was a really good book. So that I did read. We're bookworms. It's okay. Yeah. I think everybody should read a book every now and then, so it's okay.
Absolutely, everybody should read a book every now and then. Yeah. So I want to ask you, as it relates to moving forward, like what would you because you are a semi-finalist, and I know naturally we don't prepare, no one prepares to if I don't make it, right?
Right.
And there are a lot of aspiring artists that would love to be where you are. And when even though you became a semi-finalist, like you made it very high up, like You're welcome. For those people that can't even, like, their journey is a little slower, they're trying to get there, like, what would you tell them?
I would say that's a good question, but I definitely would tell them that the journey is what makes getting there so much better. So don't give up. Just don't. Because once you get there, you're gonna be in tears just looking back at all the moments that it took to be in where you are now. So I would definitely tell them, do not give up. Keep a good team, because a good team is what you need. A good team. Y'all already know. Look at you two. You need a good team. You need a really good team that is on your side, that is for you, and that is good. You need it even in the music industry. You need it even when you have your producer. You need it even when you have your, fashion designer. You need that even then. So you can call them and say, hey, something happened today, and what do you think I should do? And you guys should talk about it, and always have a good team. Another thing I want to say is chase after your dreams. You just might catch one. Do not lose faith, and you need to keep God by your side. I stand for that strongly, because he got me through so much in my life, me and my family and my friends. And I feel like the closer relationship that you have with him, the better life becomes, the better the journey is. So keep your close family, keep your close team. Stay working. Don't stop working. Keep working. I'm working now. I'm gonna go write an essay for my class after this. But I definitely feel like you guys, I would say to the artists, keep working, keep at it, don't give up, and keep your team strong.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That was my question. So
that was
a really good question.
You touched it, so I don't even have to ask it.
Yeah. That was her question. So did you have any other questions?
Did you ever struggle with your voice? Did you ever have a moment where you weren't as confident in your voice and you had to know yourself or your desire or your dream more? You had to know that the thought of it, or you knowing that there was something else out there for you, although in that moment your voice wasn't what you thought it should be, but you knew eventually one day it would be.
Woo! That is a heavy question. Heavy. Yes, I want to say I had that moment I think I want to say around the age of 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that is when your voice, that is puberty for your voice, basically. Uh-huh. It goes through puberty, and for 15 years, you've been singing, the same. And you're like, the voice, you're working for me. You're working for me. And then you try to hit a note and it just doesn't work. And you're like, I know she did not just betray me on this stage. I know she did not just betray me up here. That part of your journey as a vocalist and as an artist is going to be very, very difficult. I'm not going to lie. That was a very difficult moment for me. My mom stood by my side throughout that moment. She was looking up different remedies. She was looking up different ways that I could vocal warm up, different vocal coaches. She was like, no, let's try this. Honestly, you have to let it happen.
Wow.
You have to let it happen, because your voice is going to change. It's like being a male singer. They probably, I would say, have it worse than us because they'll be Michael Jackson through an age of 10. And then when they're 14, 15 years old, their voice gets all deep and it changes on them. But they learn to embrace that. And I felt like in my journey, I had a hard time doing that because I had just gotten off the show and I had made it to the top 8 semifinals because of the voice that I had. And so I was like, you can't be doing no changing on me. You're a moneymaker. You gotta stay how you are. And she changed up on me. And the only thing I could do is accept it and then work with it. I had to do my vocal warm-ups every day, had to do my remedies, my at-home remedies, my apple cider vinegar with my lemon and lime and honey and my teas. And you really just you already know. You really just have to tend to her because it's an instrument that you can't fix it after it's been broken. And see, what a pianist could just get into the piano, a guitarist could just tune it, but you can't do that with your voice. So you have to take very, very good care of it because you don't want to lose it. But you also have to be very accepting because just like your voice is going to blossom and grow. And I'm 20 years old now, I'm not 15 anymore. So she's not going to sound the same. She's still going to sound good, but she's going to have a more mature sound. And you just have to accept that. And I've done that now. So yes, I did have some times in my career where I was nervous about my voice, but we've been getting along.
We've been getting along.
That matters.
We're besties now.
So our show was founded on the basis of friendship. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We did a live like some months back and about the journey of friendship and the highs and the lows.
Mm-hmm.
How we were friends, then we were like, we want to be friends more.
She was like, I don't want to be a friend.
To like this
That happens.
aha moment, right? And so, we decided to make this into something where we would interview people about their life and then, wrap it up with friendship. So, do you have
That is a great question. Jesus, no. Yeah, he said. Okay, I'm gonna say Jesus through my sister. How about that? My sister she's my younger sister. Her name is Kamala, and we're like you guys. We have our ups and downs. We have our days where we're just like, I do not want to talk to you right now. How about that? And she'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. But my sister, I want to say she's my ride or die. It doesn't matter where I go in this world. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can still pick up this phone and call my sister and be like, yo, I'm freaking out because I can't write this essay. And she's gonna be like, all right, just relax. You're just dramatic, but you can get it done. I always have my die hard, and my sister's definitely my best friend. It's hard to say when you have 7 siblings who are also amazing. And so it's hard for me to pick because they're always there for me, every last one of them. But my sister and I specifically shared a room together. All right, I'm just gonna say we shared a room together for 17 years. We shared a room together for a very long time. My brothers would have a room over there, and my little sisters would have a room over there. But me and her, we was in that room together, and we were side by side, bed by bed. And so we had some of our greatest moments in that room together. So shout out to Kamala, best friend goals.
So what does friendship mean to you? Because sibling friendship, like Shalyah always say, her first best friend was her little sister, Keisha, because you grow up in the house with them. They know all of your secrets, good, bad, indifferent. And so, of course, sibling friendship is different from non-sibling friendship. Mm-hmm. So, and so when you're talking about the balance between the two and the difference, like what they mean, the difference between the two, in general, what does it mean to you?
That's a very good question. Friendship to me means a friend to me is someone who not only is there for you, but is there for you even when you make the wrong decisions.
That's good.
Even when you do something wrong, and everybody in the world, plus your friend, knows you're wrong, and they're still there for you because they know just because you did something wrong doesn't mean you're a bad person. And I feel like everybody needs a friend like that because we are not perfect people and we don't want to be judged. Nobody wants to be judged. But this world is a very evil place and people judge all the time. So just having a best friend who doesn't judge you, even though they know that, girl, you should not have done that today, is friendship to me, and then vice versa. That's friendship. And I actually have to say that I made a lot of really great friends on The Voice as well. Daily, I'm already gonna say, I want to say best friend, but he's a brother. He's my brother. He's my brother. He's my big brother.
Everybody's
His name in my phone is Big Brother, so he already knows he's real like this. But I met a lot of people on The Voice that are very close to me. I want to say Owen Danoff. I don't know if you guys know. Owen Danoff was a really great friend. I also want to say Brian Heary was a really great friend. Laith Al-Sadi. I made a lot of wonderful friends, and that's the thing that I have to thank God for, is that he's put everyone in my life for a reason. And sometimes my another friend of mine, Denia, says a reason, a season, and a lifetime. I like to say the lifetime is God. He's not going nowhere, you know, but everyone else's reason and a season. And right now in my season, I have a beautiful friendship and family, and I'm just thankful to God for it.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
I think a lot of people can't, in this season, you know, with COVID-19, I think family is important. You know, a lot of people are, some are without, you know, and so depression has been up. Of course, you know, I'm a pharmacist, and so I see it on a daily basis. The mental health status of people have truly been affected, because we're getting tons and tons of antipsychotic prescriptions that are being written and come in. And so having a support system and family through this time is very necessary.
Oh, yes.
How are you adjusting with the shut-in and the lockdown? And how are you adjusting?
Honestly, I'm still not adjusting. You know, I honestly feel like everyone is, it hit us and we didn't even know where it came from.
Right.
You know, the only thing that keeps my head on straight during this time is prayer, and then just knowing that even though all of this is going on right now, I don't want to speak fear into anybody. I just want to speak love and positivity. And I just want everybody to know it's still in God's hands. He is still working through it all. So we're scared. We may be scared. We may be worried, but he's definitely got in his hands. I want to send my prayers out though to the families who may have lost someone during this COVID-19. Yes. I want to send my prayers out to the nurses and the doctors and the police officers and everyone of authority and governmentation. I want to send my love out to them because they are working very hard.
Yes, they are.
Thank you.
Yes, they are.
Yes, you are. You are working very hard. And
I cannot be disobedient. Okay, Mom says that we gotta end it with a song.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, I'm going to do as you have requested. We are going to do that. So, Miss Fury.
Okay. All right. We'll end it with a song. Okay. We need to sing something that is uplifting during this time.
Yes.
And so I feel like I have the perfect song. Let me get some water because that was kind of off the spot.
Mama did
that. Okay. I'm going to sing His Eyes on a Sparrow. It's a version by Lauryn Hill. Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eyes is all the sparrow. And I know He watches me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, y'all hyping me up. Y'all hyping me up.
Amazing.
Thank
I hear singing all over the country, right?
Mhm.
I've traveled many places to sing. So I've heard, singers
you.
who have a beautiful tone.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. God has definitely gifted you.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
We are so excited that you thought it not robbery to sit down and talk with us today. We are absolutely grateful.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
No problem. The connection that we have with you through daily. So we do hope that it does not stop here, that we're able, to
No,
reach
ma'am.
out to you at a time just to check up with you, see how things are going, and even walk through the Berkeley, your Berkeley journey with you.
Hey, that would be great. Have someone to talk to about it. Because it does get hard sometimes.
So we do want to thank you for coming on BTA, Besties Tell All. And before we end, we want to pose the question.
So you gotta make it practice, right? Okay, this is the important part. This is the key to the show. Okay, this is the tagline. Okay. All right.
Okay. So we want to pose the question,
And then you say, do you really want a best friend?
Okay, got it.
got it?
Got it. I got it.
Okay. So again, we thank all of you for viewing. We want to thank Shalyah for coming on today. But before you all go, I want to pose the question, or we want to pose the question.
Do you
really want a best friend? Woo! Yes! We did that.
Thank you guys for tuning in. So Shalyah will be in touch, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be in touch. Bye, guys.
Oh, that was amazing.